Yeah, so welcome everybody to a severe weather coverage here today. We're talking about tornado warning right now in southeastern Colorado. Tornado and tennis ball size hail. This is pretty significant, guys. This is just 12 miles south of McClave, Colorado, 15 miles southwest of Lamar, moving northwest at 15 miles per hour. This is a storm we're going to be watching here. So if you guys are just joining the live stream, guys, press the subscribe button down below and like the live stream. Very much appreciated. I'm doing some severe weather coverage here earlier on. Earlier this evening, getting our bearings on what we can expect here. We are watching a severe thunderstorm warning near the Lamar area for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This storm is nearly stationary, so it's not really moving at all. So Lamar, Grenada, Wiley, Hartman, the Neosho Reservoir, Bristol, the Negronda Reservoir, as well as Queens Reservoir and Sweetwater Reservoir. All these areas are impacted by this warning until 5:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. So we'll continue to monitor this warning as we do get a little bit farther as well through the evening hours here. Again, I apologize, guys. I am looking through storm reports right now. Let's see what we got here. Just kind of looking through the Storm Prediction Center storm reports. Nothing too terribly significant. We did have a funnel cloud reported earlier with this storm, it looks like. So yes, we've had a funnel cloud reported with the storm earlier on. So this has actually had a history of producing some potential, tornadic development, but we haven't, I don't think, seen a report of a tornado touching the ground with this storm as of yet. So we'll continue to watch it, though. Yeah, we've had a funnel cloud, so that's definitely been there. We've had a funnel cloud reported with this storm. Again, we're looking in southeastern Colorado. This is east of the Pueblo area and southeast of Colorado Springs, right, just to the west of the Kansas Colorado, border there. So we'll continue to watch this as we get a little bit farther along. Again, this is a tornado warning, an active tornado warning. I can zoom in. A little bit of a notch showing up, not too significant right now, but we actually did earlier on have a funnel cloud reported with the storm, and it also is capable of producing some tennis ball size hail as well. So that is also significant in itself. Something we'll be tracking as well. This hail core is pretty impressive, so we'll continue to watch this tennis ball size hail, as we know. That is also significant in itself. Tennis ball size hail, as we know, is actually pretty significant, so we'll continue to watch it, guys. If you guys live in southeastern Colorado, just tell your family and friends that say, hey, there might be some tennis ball size hail, tornado warning, and even some 60-mile-per-hour winds coming your way. We'll continue to track it for you guys. Thank you to everybody who has joined the live stream here today. Definitely much appreciated. Again, the live chat's open to anyone and everyone, guys. So if you guys want to chat down below with me, we'll continue to, if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, definitely, jot them down in the live chat. I'll definitely get through them. We are watching another warning. This is in western Iowa. We're watching kind of a supercell thunderstorm, or, a multi-cell type of development north of I-80 here in western Iowa. This is between Omaha and Des Moines. This is near the Adobin area. This is 8 miles southwest of Adobon, moving east at 25 miles per hour here. This is in the Adobon County Airport in Exira, Iowa. So there's some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and some 1-inch quarter-size hail is the hazard here. So we're going to continue to watch this as it continues to progress off to the east. This goes in effect till 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. We'll be watching this storm. There is going to be some upscale development, a lot of moisture still in the low levels in this environment, so we're going to continue to watch this again through the rest of the evening. Going back here to the Storm Prediction Center, we got really 4 separate areas, I guess, here of marginal risk for severe weather. We're watching across south central portions of Arizona, the Tucson area, back toward Phoenix, Surprise, Arizona. These areas, again, in the monsoonal moisture. Front Range of the Rockies from Denver, Pueblo, where we're seeing that tornado warning active right now, getting into western Kansas there toward Garden City. Some of these areas, Salina, Kansas, yeah, you're under that marginal risk as we head through the rest of today. Another marginal risk really right along I-80 here in central Iowa, including Des Moines, back toward Omaha, and then over towards the Iowa City, Cedar Rapids area. That's for another marginal risk for today. And then a smaller marginal risk in the northern portions there of Maine, including the the Caribou area, getting up into northern Maine there. We do have a 2% tornado risk across the Front Range of the Rockies. So actually, where we saw this tornado warned storm actually produce a funnel cloud earlier on. That's right in that area where we see that 2% chance of tornadoes. We even have a 2% chance of tornadoes across north central Iowa. This does include the Des Moines area. This includes the Ames, Iowa area, Waterloo, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Again, so we'll continue to watch this. The wind threat is there. We have a 5% wind here risk, marginal wind risk with winds that could be 50 to 60 miles per hour in these areas. And again, the hail risk is much lower just due to the fact that we don't have a lot of, surface heating today. We don't have a lot of sunshine out there. If you look outside, most of these areas, especially in the Midwest and in the Front Range of the Rockies, probably pretty cloudy outside. Again, kind of limiting the insulation, kind of limiting some of the, daytime heating and the instability out there. That's why we don't have that big of a hail risk. And even the lapse rates aren't that impressive today either. So that's kind of contributing to that as well. So again, we're tracking this tornado warning in southeastern Colorado. If you guys are wanting to know where this is just to the east-southeast of the La Junta area. This is southeastern Colorado, generally in the same location we were watching tornado warned storms just a day or so ago. This tornado warning has been allowed to expire. It has been allowed to expire. Gusty winds and heavy rainfall are still possible with this, so we'll continue to watch this if you live in southeastern Colorado, guys. Again, right now, no longer a tornado warning is, ongoing, so that's some good news, but we still do have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is for Lamar, right along, let's see here, what highway is this? Highway 50. This is Highway 50 in southeastern Colorado, near the Lamar area and just west of Holly. And so Lamar, Granada, and west of Holly, Colorado, really getting, really close to the western side of the Kansas state line here. This storm is actually staying pretty, stationary over this area, so some torrential rainfall is definitely possible. 50 to perhaps 60 mile per hour wind gusts here with this storm, and that 1-inch quarter-size hail is definitely a possibility. This is for Prowers County, Kiowa County, as well as northeastern Bent County here, and this is all in southeastern Colorado. Again, Lamar, Granada, Wiley, Hartman, the Neosho area, as well as portions there, the Queens Reservoir and the Sweetwater Reservoir here into east central Colorado and southeastern Colorado. That's what we're looking at right now. Now, moving up to Iowa here, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning we're tracking as well. This is between Omaha and Des Moines area. This is north of I-80, again, the Audubon area, right along Highway 44 here, just north of I-80. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter-size hail is kind of what we're watching here. Located 8 miles southwest of Audubon, Iowa, moving east at 25 miles per hour. This warning does go in effect until 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so we'll continue to watch this a little bit later as well. Mia says hey in the chat. Well, thank you, Mia, for saying hey. I hope you're having a great day out there. Good Sunday afternoon and evening to you guys. It's turning the evening now. And I did want to pass this along to you guys. We actually are the Weather Prediction Center. You guys can go to their page as well. They are actually expanded that moderate risk for flash flooding here this evening across portions of northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, much of northeastern Iowa, and extreme southeastern portions of Minnesota. Basically along Highway 20 in northern Illinois, getting up toward the the I-39 corridor from Madison, Wisconsin, down toward Rockford, Illinois, and then into portions there in northeastern Iowa. Yeah, we're talking about the Dubuque area, Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, getting back toward Waterloo, Iowa here. Yeah, we're in that moderate risk for flash flooding and excessive rainfall. We could be talking about some rainfall amounts in this area that could be over 2 inches in amount. Again, and some of these areas have actually seen some of these areas have seen over 6 inches of rain just last night. So this could be something to watch as we kind of move a little bit farther in time. Again, the Weather Prediction Center has expanded this area to a moderate risk. So we'll continue to watch it. If you guys are just joining, definitely pass the information along. If you guys have not liked the live stream, like it down below and subscribe, guys. We're at 533, and like I said before, if you guys want to see my face in these live streams, Our challenge is to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I promise you we will be doing that. So that is our challenge. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will show my face here on the live stream. So thank you guys for joining this evening. Definitely much appreciated. We are actually still seeing some slight risk here for excessive rainfall down toward the Phoenix, Tucson area, Flagstaff, and then getting up toward the Denver area, Aurora, Colorado, the Colorado Springs area, northern portions of New Mexico. Again, some of these areas could be seeing some excessive runoff from the rainfall there as well, and some scattered flash flooding events. So we'll continue to watch this, guys. Again, any new people here in the live stream, the live chat, guys, if you guys want to subscribe, the subscribe button is down below. Also down in the description, guys, we actually have my Twitter page. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, definitely some great stuff on there as well. If you guys want to subscribe to my other YouTube channel, my sports YouTube channel, that's down there in the description as well. I actually will be posting tomorrow morning or afternoon, sometime tomorrow, the NFL preseason schedule with my predictions on them tomorrow. So if you guys want to check that out, go subscribe to the YouTube channel on my sports page down in the description, guys. Also follow me on Twitter, so that would be very much appreciated. So let's look here at the Midwest and why we're seeing this moderate risk for some flash flooding out there. We are seeing, let's see here. All right, so this is the newest HRRR model, guys, and this is actually showing the potential for some significant flash flooding. So we'll kind of move this along through the rest of this evening here. We can start to see some storms really bubbling up across that western area, the western moderate risk zone, for the potential of some, heavy rainfall. Northeastern portions of Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin, guys. The Dubuque area, Prairie du Chien, getting down toward Waterloo. We could have some torrential rainfall with these storms as they kind of move on through. Maybe some small hail, maybe some isolated damaging wind gusts around 60 miles per hour. Again, that is something we're going to be tracking along here as we go through the rest here of this evening. So that will be something to watch, guys, and keep an eye on as we get farther along. Moving off here to the east, yeah, this will be kind of, training over the same area. This front, the stationary front, or this kind of slow-moving cold front moving, sagging its way to the south. These are fronts that can bring some, flash flooding potential. And in that moderate risk zone, you could have some significant flash flooding in pretty, numerous areas. So that is something we'll continue to monitor as well. I did. I'm so sorry there, Vezer. I was doing my video again. I was doing my video and I totally forgot. I spaced it out. I'm so sorry. I definitely apologize. I promise you, I will do it next time. I guarantee it. Again, I apologize. Again, we're talking about flash flooding potential here, guys, across northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, and southern Wisconsin. That moderate risk for flash flooding, again, has been expanded by the Weather Prediction Center. So, again, that's kind of what we're watching here as well. I promise you, Vezer, I promise you it'll be next time I will. But if Neil is here, Neil is also a regular to the channel. He also does moderates too. Drew says, I have a question over the next week. Nebraska basically doesn't see precipitation at all anywhere in the state, including Lincoln. Will that stay true, or will it not, because there's a system? Next week, there's not really too much. Actually, it's going to be quieting down for the most part across the Central Plains, and that will allow some more heat to build across the Central Plains, cooling off for a time across portions of the Midwest, the Great Lakes, and the Ohio Valley, which is some good news. If you want to walk the dog, go outside for a jog, anything like that, some great weather outside next week. Some refreshing 70s out there, some refreshing 80s out there, lower humidity, more sunshine. So that's what I can expect for some of these areas. But for Nebraska, you're kind of going to be on that line between, the heat and the humidity, returning. So we'll continue to watch that for next week. I don't see any major systems though. So southeastern Colorado, we did have a funnel cloud reported with the storm on, earlier on, still capable of producing 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail. That's that 1-inch hail that we look for. Also seeing a severe thunderstorm warning west of the Des Moines area, so between Omaha and Des Moines. This is capable of producing, again, 60 mile per hour wind gusts and 1-inch quarter size hail, moving east at 25 miles an hour. So the Exira area, the Audubon County Airport, the Audubon area, there's the city of Audubon, Iowa. That's kind of what we're watching as this kind of pushes to the east. I Drew, I can't say for certain. Again, severe weather events cannot really be tracked, or cannot really be predicted more than really 7 days in advance. So I mean, that's why the Storm Prediction Center only does all the way out to day 8, because after you go through 8 days for predicting severe weather, it really gets kind of fuzzy. You really don't see these events really that far out. I mean, there are signs sometimes when you look at the models saying, okay, maybe there might be an outbreak next week or the week after, but those are just mainly trends. And again, that's one step in the direction of saying, okay, there could be some severe weather, but it's not a guarantee. So right now, all I have to say is the weather pattern is going to be quieting down for Nebraska and much of the United States, I think, as the active storm track will push more into southern Canada again with that ridge building. If you guys watch my video, that ridge will be building across the central and southern plains again. We'll be seeing the heat and humidity start to overlap, and we'll have a trough start to develop across the Pacific Northwest and southwestern Canada, and that will bring some cooler anomalies to portions of the Aleutian Islands, British Columbia, Alberta, and that will actually, amplify the ridge a little more across the middle of the country, which is what we look for heat. So all in all, probably a pretty quiet week next week, and most of the rest of the middle of August for Nebraska. Now, to the north, the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, all bets are off. We could have some active weather if we can see some short waves kind of rounding that ridge once again, and because it does look like we're going to get back into northwesterly flow, and I'll kind of break that down for you guys in this live stream. If you guys want to stick around, I am actually going to be doing your fall weather forecast, because if you guys haven't watched my video, again, go watch my video, guys. We have great weather content on my video here this morning. Definitely, it's a must watch. I have a fall weather forecast at the end. We're talking about the tropics, including intra-skies in the Atlantic Ocean. There's a system we're watching has a 40% chance of development. We'll show you that here in a minute as well on the live stream. And again, the heat wave, the monsoon, the drought, all of that stuff is in my video. So go check that out. And if you haven't, check it out later as well. You guys can do so. If you guys have not followed me on Twitter, the description of the Twitter page is down below. If you guys want to go follow me on Twitter and come back to the live stream, that is also much appreciated. If you guys have not subscribed to my sports YouTube channel, I have a sports YouTube channel that's going to be published tomorrow. It's published now, but I'm publishing my first video on it tomorrow. I'm covering the week 2 of the NFL preseason schedule, as well as my predictions on that week 2 for the preseason. So go check that out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called The Greatest Catch, guys, and that is also below in the description, guys. So click on both of those, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my sports page, and I promise you guys will get all of that content here rather soon. Watching another severe thunderstorm warning in southeastern portions of, let's see here, southeastern Arizona, east of Phoenix. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail is what we're watching with this storm located over Miami or near Globe, Arizona, moving south at 15 miles per hour, guys. So Globe, Miami, Central Heights, Midland City area, Claypool, Top of the World, and Inspiration, Arizona. All these areas are impacted. This is U.S. Highway 60 between mile markers 235 and 253. As well as Arizona's Route 70 near mile marker 253, Arizona Route 77 between mile markers 157 and 164. And this expires at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, so we'll continue to watch that warning as well. A lot of moisture moving up in the monsoonal areas here, into portions of New Mexico, much of Arizona, and southern Colorado, bringing the chance for some lower end severe weather. Again, we have a marginal risk in those areas as well. Again, the live chat is open to anyone and everyone. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns here about my audio, anything like that, guys, if you can't hear me, if you want to hear me, or you guys have questions about the weather, anything like that, questions about my sports YouTube channel, anything like that, guys, you can always comment down below. Definitely much appreciated, guys. Again, anybody new to the channel, if you guys are new to the live stream, definitely like the live stream down below by pressing the thumbs up button, and subscribe, guys. We're at 533 subscribers. Again, my challenge to you guys is once we hit 1,000 subscribers on my channel, I will show my face on the live stream. So that is our goal. That is our challenge, guys, to you. If you guys want to help us, reach that goal, definitely subscribe down below. Drew says, am I right to say this for northern plains like Nebraska area is that when you get later in the year, the severe weather events are more sporadic? Well, not necessarily. Actually, I do think there's going to be a kind of a second ramp up of the severe weather season as we get into fall. We're kind of in, I guess you could say, a lull right now. But the La Nina is strengthening, and I guess I could show you that here as well. As we get toward the fall months, we're going to start to see more wind shear kind of thrown into the equation here, which in turn, with stronger cold fronts that drop down from the northwest from Canada, the northern plains, and the upper Midwest towards the central plains, the Ohio Valley, and the western Great Lakes. I think those are the areas to watch as we get into, October especially looks pretty busy for severe weather. I was just looking earlier on at the longer extended range model forecasts. And yeah, there's some interesting dynamics coming together toward the middle of fall, I think, for the potential for some significant severe weather outbreaks, more enhanced risk days, maybe a moderate risk day potential with what I'm seeing. Again, I can't say that verbatim, but again, some of these dynamics I'm looking at for October are looking pretty impressive. So we have a strong jet stream, 250 millimar jet moving in, basically kind of bisecting the center of the country. You have all that instability building with all that low level moisture. You guys got to remember the Gulf of Mexico is very warm. So all we have to do is advect some of this warmth off the Gulf of Mexico, all the moisture to the north, and it meets this area in the Ohio Valley, the Illinois Valley, and perhaps parts of the deep south. And yeah, we could be seeing severe weather well into fall. So again, those of you who think the tornado season is gone and we're done with tornado outbreaks, think again, because I really do think as we get toward middle and late fall, with the clashes of the air masses, we have cooler air coming from the north, warmer, moist air coming from the south. Yeah, we'll be talking about some severe weather potential, including some severe weather and tornado outbreaks. So guys, don't turn the book yet on severe weather season. Things could change yet again with the strengthening La Nina. And let me show you the La Nina right now as well. Let me see what I can do here to show you that. I have to go to Tropical Tidbits here. Tropical Tidbits, very good website for weather forecast models. Here is the, if you guys can see this is as big as I can make it here. This is called the Nino Index, and you can see over the last few weeks from middle and late July now into early August here. We're at August 7th today, and it has strengthened. I mean, we're in a moderate La Nina right now. You can see that on the right-hand side of the chart here. It's kind of descended the last few weeks, and it's getting stronger. And we're at a -0, almost a -0.7 here for the index. So that is actually signifying a moderate La Nina. Now, once we get down toward -1.0, that's considered a strong La Nina, and that's what signs are pointing at, is we're going to get back to a strong La Nina. So, but where you see the 0.0 here, that's ENSO neutral. The positive values are actually obviously the El Nino. So again, we're negative values, that's La Nina, and we're getting into a moderate La Nina right now. And looking at the anomalies of why we're seeing this as well, is we're seeing the cooler waters, big bursts of some cooler waters, some upwellings to the west of South America, from Chile all the way to the east here under the equatorial Pacific here, and you can see the cooler anomalies, some bursts of some cooler waters there. That is the La Nina, and definitely continuing to watch that in a big way. The last 7 days, the change, you can still see these waves of some, bursts of cooler waters with the upwellings around the equatorial Pacific. And again, this is contributing to a strengthening La Nina as well before our very eyes. So again, this does have a big impact on our weather here in the United States. So that's kind of what we're watching as well. Also did want to make some notes here as well, going back to the temperature anomalies, guys. If you guys can see this huge blob of some warmer sea surface temperatures well to the north of Hawaii, that's been there for several months, and that doesn't look to change anytime soon. That's actually a ridge off across portions there of the north central Pacific. And that actually forces a lot of troughs across the Pacific Northwest. And that's why I said the severe weather season will get active, because once these troughs start to move, they're not moving right now. They're just kind of sitting over the Pacific Northwest. But once we get this pattern to be more progressive and start moving, we'll start to see these ridges kind of move off to the east. We'll see more ridges developing in the west, and just the troughs will move in here over the top of those ridges in the fall time frame, September, October, November. And that's when we'll be seeing more severe weather potential. So again, don't close the door on that. Just kind of a little bit of a lesson to you guys. We'll be watching that a little bit as well. looking at the tropical side of things, we are still watching a tropical system that has a lower end chance of development over the next few days across the southern Atlantic basin. Not a high chance yet. Still gives it about a medium, 40% chance of development in the next 5 days. Essentially nil. It's pretty much 0% in the next 48 hours or the next 2 days. This could develop into a tropical depression by the middle and late portion of next week here, of this coming week. So, guys, we could be watching our, what would this be? Our fourth system in the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf here. And actually, the new name for this would be, if it strengthens into a tropical, storm of any kind. The new name would actually be Danielle. So we'll continue to watch this as well. If you guys remember, we had Tropical Storm Colin that actually developed off the outer banks of the Carolinas very briefly. So now we're at Danielle. That would be the next name. So we'll continue to watch that, guys. Guys, anybody new, you guys can follow me on Twitter down below. That's in the description. You can also follow me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's my sports YouTube channel. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Again, if you guys have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, definitely subscribe down below. Much appreciated. Again, guys, our goal is 1,000 subscribers. And once we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, I will show my face on the live streams. That is the deal. That is the challenge for you guys. So thank you for helping me out. Looking at the Eastern Pacific, very, very active. We got Tropical Storm Howard right now. Tropical Storm Howard, this is right now a 1,004 millibar low pressure center, 40 mile per hour wind gust, so kind of a lower end tropical storm status right now. It's moving northwest at 12 miles per hour, and the cone of uncertainty has this moving over the open waters just to the west of the Baja of California, staying at tropical storm status, at least a mid-grade tropical storm all the way through the middle of next week, and then starting to approach some cooler waters. So this will actually, weaken to a tropical depression and kind of a post-tropical cyclone as we get towards late next week. So we'll continue to watch this, guys. What we're also watching, if I turn this toward the Central Pacific, two areas of interest really close to Hawaii. One to the east-southeast of Hawaii, we're actually seeing a 20% chance of development the next 5 days, 10% chance in the next 48 hours. We could be seeing a new formation, kind of some, semi-organized convection starting to get formed up here, but again, nothing too impressive right now. A little bit higher of a chance of development, still though a 40% chance south of the Hawaiian Islands. Right now, a tropical depression could form as it, moves pretty rapidly off to the west here in the Central Pacific later this week. If it forms, it would be to the south of the Hawaiian Islands. So again, any interest in the Hawaiian Islands, we'll continue to watch these, but again, this mainly looks to kind of miss Hawaii to the south, but some wave action with some, some upwellings and stuff like that from these systems. If they do develop more, that is something that we'll continue to watch as time goes by. And let's see, looking at the temperature anomalies here in the Eastern Pacific, yeah, we do have some warmer waters, and that's why Howard is going to kind of remain at tropical storm status through the week, all the way through late week before it kind of makes its appearance as a tropical depression and kind of post-tropical cyclone as we get toward late in the week. We'll continue to watch that as well. And we're just, like I said, the La Nina is in control right now, guys, and that's what we're continuing to watch here as well. Again, showing you this, this graph once again. The descent here of the graph is that is a strengthening La Nina. So we're going to continue to watch this here in the days and weeks and months ahead, guys. Okay, so it looks like the severe thunderstorm warning in Iowa, since we've been last here looking at the radar, has been allowed to expire or be canceled, so that's some good news. If you live in Des Moines, downtown, guys, especially the north side of Des Moines right here on I-80, east of I-35 in central Iowa, you're getting a pretty nice downpour of some rainfall right now. Some, pretty good thunder and lightning around the Des Moines downtown area, getting over toward Waukee, Iowa, DeSoto, getting over toward portions there of Ankeny, Iowa. You guys are probably seeing some pretty good lightning and some good claps of thunder there as well, so definitely stay indoors. Again, if you guys don't know, there was people that have, unfortunately, again, my condolences go out to these people as well. We've had fatalities with lightning just outside of the White House, around Washington, D.C. recently. I think 3 people were found deceased from the lightning strike, and I think 1 person did survive but is in critical condition. So again, lightning strikes are very dangerous, and like I said, you don't have to be under a severe thunderstorm to have those issues. So again, that is something we'll definitely have to watch. So again, just a general thunderstorm could be just as just as dangerous, because lightning, again, cloud to ground lightning is always a danger out there, and we definitely want everybody to stay safe. So that's why meteorologists and I say, we always say when thunder roars, go indoors, because lightning can strike at over 20 miles away from you. You could have a storm that's 15, 20 miles off to your west, your north, your south, your east, and you could still get struck by lightning indirectly or directly. The lightning doesn't have to strike your body. It can strike a ground, 50 yards away from you, and the electrical current under the ground can travel through the ground, and reach you. So definitely you can get struck that way. If you're holding on to an object, you can see, electricity could travel through like an aluminum object, or metal objects, of course, like baseball bats, golf clubs, stuff like that. If you're holding onto a flagpole that's metal, yeah, you can get struck if the top of the flagpole gets hit. There's just multiple ways that lightning could indirectly or directly strike somebody. So definitely that's why we say when thunder roars, go indoors, guys. Just the safest way to do things. Tanya says, you say going to be a mod? Yes. Again, I got so spaced out yesterday because of my video I sent out to you guys here in my YouTube channel. Next live stream, I promise you guys, you and Vezer will both be moderators as well. So thank you very much for reminding me. I promise I'll write it down. I'm actually going to write it down right now, and we'll get you guys moderated. Thank you for reminding me, Tanya. Appreciate it. East of Phoenix, we're still watching a severe thunderstorm warning here, just mainly for some strong damaging winds, those downburst wind gusts, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here, and some penny-sized hail, so under an inch in diameter, so not seeing severe hail, but this is warned for damaging winds. Globe, Miami, Central Heights, Midland City, Claypool, Top of the World, and Inspiration, Arizona are impacted by this warning until 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Again, this goes for the next 22 minutes or thereabout for these areas. So if you guys have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, definitely subscribe down below. Thanks to the new subscriber who subscribed earlier on down below. Much appreciated. Thanks for all the likes down there. If you guys have not liked the YouTube channel, definitely like it down below. Again, much appreciated. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. It's always fun having a great audience on here, guys. And, the live chat's open to anyone and everyone. So definitely appreciate it. Our main focus is going to be the flash flooding potential and severe weather, of course. We actually do have a warning. I didn't realize we have a warning just to the north of the Boston area. If you live in Boston, Massachusetts, the Salem area, trained weather spotters. So we do have a source. We do have confirmation of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts occurring near the Boston area, or just northeast of Boston, Massachusetts here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts near the Malden area, moving east at 45 miles per hour. So it's moving pretty quickly. It'll be off the coast here rather soon. If you live in Boston, downtown Boston included, so Boston, Cambridge, Lynn, Somerville, the Malden area, Medford, Revere, Arlington, Everett, Salem, Beverly, the Chelsea area, Melrose, Danvers, Wakefield, Reading, and Burlington. All these areas are going to be impacted by this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts by trained weather spotters as the source, so confirmation is there for that. We'll continue to watch this as well. This is pushing to the east at 45 miles an hour again until 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We'll continue to watch this warning here as well. Again, this does include downtown Boston. So if you live in Boston, you're probably seeing some damaging winds and some heavy rainfall near your area or very close to your area here rather soon. Again, myself included, I'm in that moderate risk for flash flooding tonight. I actually live in northern Illinois, so we're talking about that here this evening. Again, going back to the Midwest here, the HRRR. Let's see if this is the updated. Yes, it is. This is 22Z, the updated version. And you can see these storms will fire off right along that stationary boundary, that slow-moving cold front through the rest of this evening, training over the same areas, guys. We're going to see time after time of heavy rainfall moving over the same areas, not only that are getting impacted tonight, but even last night. Some of these areas saw 4 to 6 inches worth of rainfall or more, and we're seeing that move over those same areas again now. And we'll continue to watch that. Again, the bullseye for this, northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, northeastern Iowa, as well as extreme southeastern Minnesota, probably south of the Rochester area. So places like Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Rockford, Illinois, Chicago, downtown area, Dubuque, Iowa, Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, Waterloo, getting down toward Iowa City, Cedar Rapids. Some of these areas are impacted by some, flash flooding potential as we get later on this evening with another kind of complex of storms, or MCS as we call it, mesoscale small-scale convective system that will develop, grow upscale, and produce some, more likely heavy rainfall. But we could be seeing some strong wind gusts on the leading edge of this for a time as it develops, as we have some instability. But again, it's not off the charts today, so we'll continue to watch it. Again, guys, my Twitter handle is down below if you want to follow me on Twitter. All the new people here in the live stream, my Twitter handle is down below if you want to follow me on Twitter. I have great weather content that I add on there daily. Some weather, pictures, some weather, information that is useful and valuable to you guys. I also do have another YouTube channel. It's my sports YouTube channel. That's also down below in the description if you guys want to check that out and subscribe. Again, I don't have any videos on there right now. I am going to be publishing a video tomorrow for my sports YouTube channel, including the NFL preseason week 2 predictions that I did make. So you guys can check that out. That'll be out tomorrow afternoon. If you guys want to check that out, the preseason games do start on Thursday, August 11th. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely I'll be doing NFL predictions on there throughout the season, the regular season, all the way through the 17 weeks. Major League Baseball playoffs. I'll be doing Premier League soccer predictions for England as well as college football predictions. So guys, go check that out. Again, my success rate from last year, I did calculate it to be 82.6% of predicting NFL games. So not too shabby. So definitely go check that out, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Again, if you guys have not liked the live stream down below, please press the like down below and subscribe to this YouTube channel as well. Definitely much appreciated. Again, if you guys don't know, if you guys are new, if you guys, haven't heard, once we hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, this Weather on the Go's channel here, I will be doing showing my face on the live stream. So that's our challenge, guys. So definitely, subscribe down below. Get your family, friends to subscribe, because once we hit 1,000, I'll show my face on the live stream. That is a guarantee. So thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Okay, so moving off here to the east, we're seeing these storms along the cold front. We can see some showers and storms here. This will be moving across Lake Michigan as we head toward tomorrow morning around daybreak, or just shortly before there on your Monday morning. Again, bringing the heavy rainfall threat, some smaller pea-sized hail, and even some, gustier winds, probably below 50 miles per hour. We just really don't have a lot of shear in the environment to, uphold all these updrafts, as these are pretty brief type of stronger updrafts that move through, so nothing too extreme with this, but we'll continue to watch it. Looking at another model, again, you can't trust just all looking at one model, so let's look at the NamNIST. This is the 18Z. This is what we're seeing here. Again, paints the same picture here. The same convection, same thunderstorm activity moving over the same areas in southern Wisconsin, and that is something we'll watch. Places like Madison, Wisconsin, Prairie du Chien, Dubuque, Iowa, Rockford, Illinois, right along the Highway 20 corridor there in northern Illinois and north of I-88 and I-80. So places on the northern suburbs of Chicago will probably have a higher probability of flash flooding potential. So Waukegan, Elgin, getting up toward McHenry there, Milwaukee, Racine, Wisconsin, getting up towards portions there, let's say Aurora, Naperville, maybe the northern side of the downtown area of Chicago has a higher chance. So continue to watch that. That'll propagate its way off to the east, and we'll see that kind of dive a little more southward toward the Chicagoland area during the morning tomorrow. So you guys could be waking up to some very heavy rainfall, some torrential rain in your area as well. So Martin says, I just subscribed. Thank you very much, Martin. Gingrich, thank you very much. Definitely appreciate it. You rocked. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, guys, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, yes, we will be doing a live stream showing my face. That is the deal, guys. So thank you very much. All right, let's go back to the radar here and show you what we're seeing. We just got in these areas we're watching for, the moderate risk for excessive rainfall, even the slight risk area there for excessive rainfall right now. Northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin, seeing some scattered light to slightly moderate, showers activity. Nothing too extreme right now. Again, we'll continue to watch it though. So really all I had to say, guys, is just kind of do a brief live stream today, just kind of updating you guys on the weather today. It wasn't really going to be too much of a long live stream or anything like that. Again, just kind of doing a shorter live stream today, kind of outlining the potential for flash flooding, severe weather, and just kind of looking ahead at your tropical weather update again. And we did all that. So again, I may go live a little bit later this evening if we have any breaking weather, tornado warnings, anything like that. We may be going live later as well. Martin says, how come no donation super chats available? I have to have 1,000 subscribers first before that can happen. YouTube does not allow me to until I hit 1,000 subscribers. That's the rule, and that's what I have to follow. So again, once that happens, I'll be able to show my face once we hit 1,000 subscribers, do super chats, all that fun stuff. Maybe even a merchandise page. We'll have to wait and see. I'm working on a website for my channel, so definitely a lot of things coming here to the Weather on the Go page. That is for sure. All right, guys, that's kind of what I had to tell you. Again, watch out for the flash flooding potential across northern Illinois, northeastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, and extreme southeastern portions there of Minnesota, even across the desert southwest into Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah. Watch for the potential of some flash flooding down there in scattered instances as well. And that is what we're looking at. Shay says, yeah, Shay, that's just how it goes sometimes. That's just how it goes. So anyway, guys, like I said, I know it was a pretty short live stream. Again, there's not really much going on to talk about right now. So again, if there is any severe weather that breaks out with tornado warnings or anything significant, I will be back on the live stream later this evening. Otherwise, you guys can see my live stream here potentially tomorrow. I might go live if we have more severe weather and flash flooding, and maybe even doing kind of a live weather update for you guys tomorrow. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Again, thank you, Martin, for all the good luck out there. Appreciate you guys joining here this evening. Again, if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel for sports, if you guys want to, I have another YouTube channel. If you guys want to go subscribe to my sports YouTube channel, again, there's no content on there now, but watch tomorrow afternoon. I'll be putting content on there for the NFL Week 2 preseason predictions of my own. I'll be putting that on there here, publishing that tomorrow afternoon. So go check that out on there. Subscribe to that, as well as follow my Twitter page. All of that is in the description down below. So, guys, go check that out here as well. All right, guys, thank you for joining the live stream again. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow on my next weather forecast video. Thank you guys for joining, and have a great rest of your evening.
And I don't need to speak, 'cause